Hello YouTube! I've been editing videos on my gaming channel since 2020, and these small, simple editing tricks help me improve my edits and make my videos easier for viewers to understand. I hope they help! The first thing I like to do is cut up the first section of the video, and if there's any empty spaces, I'll delete it, and then I'll make the sentences sound as close together as possible without sounding like I'm talking too quickly, but also, to sound natural in my own way. And anytime I have anything open here, I'll always delete it, no matter what. You'll notice here too, it's very small, but that's probably my mouth saliva or something. So I'll always delete that just in case. And everything that's empty, I delete it because it also might catch some of my breath going like, when you do that before you talk. But if it's empty, I delete it. Like I said, I'll make my sentences or the words as close together as possible while also trying to make it sound natural. But if I do have a clip that needs to be shown, then I'll do whatever I need to move it over to show the clip without talking or anything like that. One little trick I have, which I'm sure people do, I have a folder called video stuff. And in this folder, it's just basically things that I use in almost every video. So some music, some PNGs that you might use, some arrows or pictures like that. If you feel like you're using the same thing in every video or in most videos, make a folder called whatever you call it. I'm calling it video stuff. And then always have that around so you don't have to always search for the same things. After a while, you could have some clips here in your project folder or whatever you call it. Again, the contents of what's in here doesn't matter. Just again, these are just some tips. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll create a new bin or folder and I'll call it done. And then all I do is take all the files that I used so far and then drag them into the done folder. You can do this every so often. It depends, of course. If you have so many files and you get lost, move them into your done folder. That way you don't need them anymore. And you can always go back if you need to find anything that you need. Small detail that I like to do. So right now imagine I'm listing 3 things. This one section here is one, this one here is a second one, and this one here is a third one. And this is one clip. So instead of doing a harsh cut of showing the 3 things, I want to cut it to where I switch the icon from this icon to the next one. It's cut here. And then I'll zoom this back. So then it looks like I switched it on time with the video. Sometimes you can see a harsh cut when that happens. So usually what I'll put a little cross dissolve, but a very light, like a small one before it switches. So it's not perfect, but at least it looks better than a harsh cut. So it looked like I switched the icon the same time I said the next thing. That's as if I'm recording the game while I'm doing the audio, when in reality, obviously I'm not. Prime meat and thighs give link 1.5 hearts. So like that. I want to switch. Prime meat and thighs give link 1. So when you switch the box to the next one, it's there. So let me move it back just a little bit. So it's here. And I want it to switch earlier. So I'll just, I don't know, something like that. And I'll put it here. And then I'll cross dissolve again. So it looks like hearts. Prime meat and thighs give link 1.5 hearts. Yeah, see? It looks natural, even though you can kind of see the fade. But then it's better than not. And of course, like I said before, I will cut anything that's empty because I don't want too much breathing or saliva smacking. Another thing that I think you should always do with a lot of your clips, leave a few seconds in the beginning of doing nothing, just to make sure you can start it at the right time that you want it to. Because sometimes you try to record the perfect clip, but it's better to record extra at the beginning and also the end, just in case. And then the other thing is, so I'll do that. And the part where I want to use, it's when it starts moving, which is probably around here. I hold it for 10 seconds. That's long. Anyway, so once it starts moving, that's the part I want to use. So I'll press I, so it's the in, and then I can use that file to wherever I want to put it. I think it's here. Okay, so that's kind of around here. Actually, it doesn't even matter, but like that. So now at least I know when I want the clip to start. And the beginning, I don't mind because I'm just talking about whatever. And as another note, if you're making content for gaming and there's a map of some sort, I highly suggest, because when I was a newer like gaming person, and I watch a video that I'm looking for something, start the map with the whole map or something that's clear to the beginners of where it is, and then scroll and move the icon to where the location that you're trying to show. I've seen videos where they show something just like this, and if I've never been there, I don't know what that looks like. So, as a side note, I think it's very useful, and I do this every single time. So, of course, you should work on your hotkeys for your Premiere or your DaVinci, whatever you're using. So you can also use a Stream Deck. You can't really see it because it's upside down because of the wire. But I have buttons here that are like copy, paste, undo, the space bar because you use the whatever zoom, time stretch, escape. So you can use a Stream Deck for hotkeys. I actually started using it and I still got used to the keyboard. So I'll do it quickly. But the other thing that I like to do is if you have the Logitech mouse, there's a clicky here. It's like on the side where your thumb rests. So you hold, I don't think it's you hold it here and you press it down with your thumb. I use that for my wait, what is it called? Oh, I use it for my razor tool. So I feel like that's the one I use the most. So I could have the selection tool on, but if no matter where I am, if I just press the button on my mouse, I can do it quickly. So that's the one I use for that mouse. You see, this little one, this one little thing is bothering me. Groupies. I think it's just me. I don't know. I don't like them. Delete. Another note that's a small detail is that if I have an image on the screen, instead of leaving the image as is, it'll look like the video is frozen for whatever reason. So usually what I like to do, even if it's just a little bit, I'll do one of these keyframes. I'll start the image at one location and then I'll move it just a little bit. It doesn't have to be that much, but I think it's a good idea instead of leaving an image as is, unless you're showing something specific, you can't move it. Otherwise, if you show an image, I think you should always move it, even if it's just a little bit. Another trick, I don't want to call it a trick, or is it lazy? Sometimes you can use text. I'm going to hide this. You can use text to put stuff on the screen when you're editing videos. Or if it's not a lot, I mean, if it's a lot and you're not going to do much with it, sometimes you just, I don't know, go on Google Docs and type in the thing that you need to type in, and then just take a screenshot and put it on the screen. That works too. I've done that many times. Actually, even this, hold on, there's another one. I have a good example right here. All that you're seeing in screen, that's one image with a image of a text that I made on Photoshop. It's a PNG of the letters, and I just crop them off. There's not an image for each one. That's just one image cropped off for each part of the list when I start listing the things that are on the screen. Do you have any random thoughts or questions? Let me know in the comments and maybe I can make more videos like this. See you next time!